online lecture series. This is the third lecture of your unit number 1, that is wave mechanics. So in our previous video we studied that different 5 types of operator. First one is additional, second one is multiplication, third one is linear, fourth one is vector, and fifth one is Laplacian. Okay. So in this lecture I will continue from there. Now the operator number 6 is momentum operator. Operator number 6 is momentum operator and it is denoted by capital P. Okay. So in your syllabus there are 8 types of operators. We studied 5 types of operator in our previous 2 videos. This is the third lecture of your wave mechanics. Now momentum operator capital P. Okay. So from momentum operator, suppose we assume any microscopic particle like electron. We assume any microscopic particle like electron is traveling along to x direction. Okay. So now the wave function of these electrons are is psi is equal to a exponential plus or minus 2 pi I into upon lambda into x. Okay. So this is the wave function of any microscopic particle like electron which traveling along to x direction. Okay. So this mathematical expression is derived in quantum physics. So in this theory we directly accept the wave function of electron. Okay. So now momentum operator can be derived from fundamental property of electron wave itself. Momentum operator can be derived from fundamental wave property of an electron. Okay. So this is the wave function of electron which are traveling along to x direction. Wave function for an electron psi is equal to a sine a exponential plus or minus 2 pi I upon lambda into x, and this is the equation number 1. Okay. So this is the general wave function of an electron which are traveling along to x direction. So variable is x. A is constant, exponential is mathematical procedure, plus or minus 2 pi I in lambda upon lambda. Lambda is wavelength. Okay. So now we differentiate equation number 1 with respect to x. Okay. So now differentiating equation number 1 with respect to x. Okay. Therefore it will become d psi upon dx. D psi upon dx. Here d by dx is the sign of differentiation is equal to. So in this case differentiation of exponential, it means any d by dx of e to the power x is equal to e to the power x. Okay. So the general formula of differentiation e raised to x is equal to e raised to x. Here power is x. X power is more than or not exactly x at that time. Suppose d by dx of e raised to 4x. So in this case, e raised to 4x remains as it is, but power is not exactly x. So we differentiate power also. It means d by dx of 4x. At that time, 4 is constant, so and d by dx of x is equal to 1. So value is 4 into e raised to 4x. Okay, so this is the generalized formula of exponential function, d by dx of exponential function. So in this case, d by dx first is constant, so it is written as it is. Okay, and exponential plus or minus 2 pi I into x upon lambda is also remain as it is. Pi I upon lambda into x. Now the differentiation of power also, because here power is not exactly x. So in this case, plus or minus 2 pi I upon lambda is constant and x is variable. So differentiation of 2 pi I upon lambda into x is equal to plus or minus 2 pi I upon lambda. Okay, so d by dx of x is equal to 1. Here d by dx of 4x is equal to 1, but 4 is constant, so it is covered in this case 4 into e raised to power 4x. Okay, so in this case, suppose now the value of a exponential plus or minus 2 pi I upon lambda into x is equal to sin is equal to a exponential plus or minus 2 pi I upon lambda into x. So in this equation, this term will become sin. A exponential plus or minus 2 pi I upon lambda into x is equal to sin. So this equation will become d sin upon dx is equal to plus or minus 2 pi I upon lambda into this whole term becomes sin. Okay, so now from de Broglie equation, now we know that de Broglie equation. Okay, so from de Broglie equation, what is the de Broglie equation? Lambda is equal to h upon p, where lambda is wavelength, h is Planck constant, and p is momentum. Okay, so now put the value of equation number 3 in equation 2. Therefore d sin upon dx is equal to plus or minus 2 pi I plus or minus 2 pi I, and the value of lambda is equal to x upon p. Here x is on in nominator and p is denominator. Okay, so it will becomes x upon p and sin is remain as it is. Okay, so d sin upon dx is equal to plus or minus 2 pi I into p upon x into sin. Okay, so now for x coordinate, here p is general momentum, p is equal to momentum, but momentum in operator form, then it is p cap. In this theory, first we assume that any microscopic particle is traveling along to x direction. So the value of p is equal to p cap x. Okay, so here p is in operator form and this electron is traveling along to x direction. So in p cap x, suppose electron traveling along to y direction, then it will be py cap. Okay, suppose z, then pz cap. So this equation will become, therefore d sin upon dx is equal to plus or minus 2 pi I upon h into p cap x into sin. Okay, so this is the equation number 4. So now in equation 4, if we remove sine both sides and reduce it differentiating equation. Okay, so in equation 4, if we remove sine from both sides, and reduce it, in equation number 4, if we remove sine from both sides and reduce it, so equation 4 will become d by dx, sine is removed, then d by dx. d by dx is equal to plus or minus 2 pi I upon h, plus or minus 2 pi I upon h into p cap x into p cap x. Okay, so in this theory, momentum operator, what we find? The value of p cap, so here p cap into 2 plus or minus 2 pi h is equal to d by dx. So now p cap is equal to, here h in denominator and plus or minus 2 pi is numerator. So if this term will goes this side, then it is inversely. It means plus or minus h upon 2 pi I into d by dx. Okay, px is equal to, h is denominator, this term will become numerator, and plus or minus 2 pi is numerator, so it will become denominator. So this is the value of momentum operator, while electron is traveling along to x direction, and this term also p cap x. Now the value of h upon 2 pi, is also called h cut, or h cross. The value of h upon 2 pi is equal to h cut or h cross. So this equation will become is equal to, the value of h upon 2 pi is equal to h cut plus or minus h cut upon I into d by dx. So these two equations are momentum operator allows to x direction, similarly as in y direction as well as in z direction. So now similarly in y coordinate, in y and z coordinate, now the value of py cap is equal to plus or minus h upon 2 pi I, but in y coordinate the variable is d by dy, so it becomes d into dy is equal to h cut plus or minus h cut upon I into d upon dy. Similarly in z direction, pz cap is equal to plus or minus h upon 2 pi I into, here the variable becomes dz, it means d by dz. Okay, is equal to, the value of h upon 2 pi is equal to h cut, so plus or minus h cut upon I into d upon dz. Okay, so the value of momentum operator allows to y directional is dy cap is equal to plus or minus h upon 2 pi I into d by dy. Here the value of h upon 2 pi is also called h cut, so h cut upon I into d by dy, and the value of momentum operator allows to z direction pz cap is equal to plus or minus h upon 2 pi I into d by dz is is equal to plus or minus h upon h naught upon I into d by dz. Okay, so here in this equation, what do you mean by plus or minus? Plus or minus indication sign. Plus or minus indicates sign. Okay, so if any electron is traveling to plus x direction, then plus. Here the value of any electron traveling to x direction, here the value is coordinate 1 2. If another side, then minus 1 minus 2. Okay, so plus or minus indicates sign. Okay, sign of the okay, so this is the fifth operator in your syllabus. Now, seventh type of operator is Hamiltonian operator. Seventh type of operator is Hamiltonian operator. So, Hamiltonian operator in any system is indicates the total energy of the system. And what do you mean by Hamiltonian operator? Hamiltonian operator in quantum mechanics indicates the total energy of the system. So, seventh operator is Hamiltonian operator. And it is denoted by sign capital H. Okay, so Hamiltonian operator indicates the total energy of the system. Hamiltonian operator indicates the total energy of the system. Now, so total energy is equal to sum of two types of energy. Total energy is sum of two types energy. First one is kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay, so now therefore total energy indicates Hamiltonian operator. So H is equal to, now what is the formula of kinetic energy? 1/2 mv square. What is the formula of kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 mv square, where m is equal to mass, small v is equal to linear velocity, plus potential energy is denoted by capital V. Okay, so it is the equation number 1, where small m is equal to mass of the particle and small v is equal to linear velocity. And capital V is equal to potential energy. So now, in equation, we multiply and divide. Equation 1, we multiply and divide by small m. So equation 1 becomes multiply and divide equation 1 with small m. So equation 1 becomes h is equal to, in equation 1, in this term we multiply and divide small m. So equation 1 becomes 1/2 m into m, it means m square, into p square upon divided by m. We multiply n divided by small m. So m into m is equal to m square upon small m plus capital V. Okay. So now we know that what is mv? mv is momentum. P is equal to mv. So this is the equation number 2. So in equation number 2, h is equal to 1/2 p square upon m plus capital V. This is the equation number 3. Okay. So now equation 3 in operator form. So now we write equation 3 in operator form. Equation number 3 in operator form. Equation 3 in operator form. So in equation number 3 there are two types of operator. Here H is Hamiltonian operator, P indicates momentum operator, n is equal to mass of the particle, and capital V is equal to potential energy. Okay. So now equation 2 in operator form. In equation 3 there are two types of operator. First one is Hamiltonian and second one is momentum operator. So h cap is equal to p cap square divided by 2m plus capital V. Okay. So it is the equation number. Now here p square is equal to momentum operator in 3 dimensions. Suppose any electron is traveling along to x direction, then p cap x square. If electron is traveling along to y direction, then p cap y square. If electron traveling along to z direction, it means p z square. Now we write momentum operator in types of 3 coordinates. That one first is x, second one y, and third one is z. Now momentum operator in 3 coordinates. Therefore capital H cap is equal to, here the value of p square is equal to first x coordinate, second y coordinate, and third one z coordinate. So the value of p cap square is equal to px square plus py square plus pz square upon divided by 2m plus capital V. This is the equation number 5. Okay. So in previous operator, that is momentum operator, we find the value of ps square as well as py square as well as pz square. Okay. So now put the value of px square, py square and pz square in equation number 5. First of all, what is the value of px? First of all, what is the value of px? Px indicates momentum operator along the x direction. It means the value of px cap is equal to h upon 2 pi I into del y del x plus or minus. Okay. The value of px cap is equal to plus or minus h upon 2 pi I into d upon dx. Okay. So now px square, it means both operators multiplication with 2 times px cap into px cap. Okay. So now the value of plus or minus h upon 2 pi I into d by dx, and second times also into plus or minus h upon 2 pi I into d by dx. So now what is the value of ps square? Here what do you mean by plus or minus? Plus or minus sign indicates the direction. Plus or minus sign indicates the direction. Suppose here plus, then here also plus. Then plus into plus is equal to plus. If sign is minus, then minus into minus is also plus. Minus into minus is equal to also plus. Okay. So the value of px square is equal to h into h is equal to h square upon 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Pi into pi square. I into I square into del by del x into del by del x is equal to del square upon del x square. Okay. So now we know that the value of I square, is equal to minus 1. I square is equal to minus 1. So the value of px square is equal to minus I square, value of I square is equal to minus 1. Therefore minus a square upon 4 pi square into del square upon del x square. Okay. Now similarly py square is equal to minus a square upon 4 pi square into del square upon del y square. Okay. And same as the value of pz square is equal to minus a square upon 4 pi square into del square upon del z square. Here in px, py, pz only variable is change. Suppose momentum operator belongs to x direction, then del y del x. Momentum operator belongs to y direction, then del y del y. And momentum operator belongs to z direction, it means del y del z. Okay. So now put the value of px square, py square and pz square in equation number 5. So now put the value of px square, py square and pz square in equation number 5. Therefore Hamilton operator hk is equal to px square, it means minus a square upon 4 pi square del square upon del x square minus a square upon 4 pi square into del square upon del x square plus py square that is minus a square upon 4 pi square del square upon del y square plus pz square, it means minus a square upon 4 pi square minus a square upon 4 pi square or del square upon del z square upon the value 2a plus capital B plus capital B. Okay. So now in this term what things are common? Minus a square upon 4 pi square. Here minus a square upon 4 pi square. Here also minus a square upon 4 pi square, and here also minus a square upon 4 pi square. So we common out a square upon 4 pi square in equation number 6. Okay. So here minus a square upon 4 pi square into del square upon del x square plus del square upon del y square plus del square upon del z square upon 2a plus capital. This is the equation number. So in equation number 6, the common out minus a square upon 4 pi square in nominator term, and remaining terms is del square upon del a square plus del square upon del y square plus del square upon del z square. Okay. So what is the value of del square upon del a square, del square upon del y square plus del square upon del z square? It is a Laplacian operator. It is a Laplacian of del square operator, and it is denoted by here 4 into 2. It means 8 pi square m. So this term will become minus a square upon 4 into 2, 8 pi square m, and the value of d square upon d a square, d square upon d y square, d square upon and z square is a Laplacian operator. It is denoted by del square. Okay, plus capital V. H cap is equal to a minus h square upon 8 pi square m or del square plus capital V. This is the equation number 8. And this equation is called Hamiltonian operator for single particle with mass m. This equation is called Hamiltonian operator for single particle with mass m. Here H cap indicates Hamiltonian operator. Small h indicates a Planck constant 8 pi 3.14 m. What is the value of m? M is mass of particle. Del square Laplacian operator plus capital V, that is potential energy. Okay. So equation number 8 is Hamiltonian operator for single particle with mass small m in three dimension. Okay, so equation number 8 is equation of Hamiltonian operator for a single particle with mass small m in 3 dimensions. Suppose the particles are more than one, not single. It means 1, 2, 3, 4. At that time, Hamiltonian operator can be written as suppose the particles are not exactly one, it means not single particle. At that time, suppose we assume for that ith number of particles. For ith particles, equation number 8 will becomes h cap is equal to minus h square upon 8 pi square m. 8 pi square summation of I12 and del I square upon mi plus capital V. Okay, so for I particle equation number 8 will become capital H cap is equal to minus h square upon 8 pi square. Here for single particle then only one end. For more than one particles then the mass will becomes in a summation of I12 n into del I square upon mi plus capital V. So this equation indicates Hamiltonian operator for ith number of particles. This equation indicates Hamiltonian operator for ith number of particles. Okay, so this is the seventh number of operator operator, that is Hamiltonian operator. So in this lectures, I studied about the two types of operator. First one is momentum and second one is Hamiltonian operator. And now in next lecture only one type of operator is remaining, that is commutator operator. Okay. So in next lecture I will discuss about commutator operator. So thank you watching for these videos.